Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Aïe, je me suis fait mal. C'est rien. Oh. J'ai un balai dans le cul ou c'est moi? Wow. Je dois parler à des gens. Allez faire vos adieux à votre mère. D'accord, donc il faut que je trouve les escaliers, non? Ah ben voilà, ils sont là. Oh! Ça doit être... Putain, comment ça s'appelle le truc de la royauté, ça?
Hey!
Un blason.
Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
Oh!
Fight with honor!
Eh ben... Ah, j'ai pas d'attaque... Attends, quoi? Je peux pas attaquer? Ah! Merde! Prouver à cœur mon talent. Mais j'étais en train de lire! Vous avez perdu des points de vie. Pour assigner une potion, un raccourci utiliser tab pour ouvrir le panneau tactique. La pause tactique met le jeu en pause et permet de choisir sa prochaine action tranquillement. Oh, ça c'est bien ça. Vous y trouverez vos sorts, compétences et potions à utiliser directement ou à assigner à un raccourci. En l'utilisant pendant un combat, vous pouvez aussi en apprendre plus sur l'ennemi autour de vous. Oh! Ah, je suis plus dans le truc là. Attends, mais comment on fait du coup? Tactique, option, potion. Vous avez perdu du point de vie. Mais je sais! Utilisez. Signer. Merde. Mais j'ai à peine de me relever.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Arme à feu. Oh putain, arme à feu. Sont idéales pour interrompre ou déstabiliser un ennemi. Chaque tir consomme une munition. Ça me paraît logique. Tactique. Utiliser. Quoi? Ah, il faut que j'assigne. Oh putain. Assigne. J'essaie de raccourcir pour assigner. Alors, ah! C'est quoi les petits boucliers? C'est... Le niveau d'armure physique est représenté par un bouclier sur la jauge de... D'accord, moi j'en ai que 2. C'est de la merde. L'armure absorbe une partie des dégâts physiques. Pour briser l'armure, vous pouvez utiliser une arme d'impact ou certains pièges. Les attaques magiques traversent les armures. Oh, mais il fallait le dire ça, j'aurais pris mage. Mais bon, c'est lâche mage. Équipez-vous d'une arme d'impact. C'est pas le pistolet? Action. Coup de pied. Attaque rapide. Parade. Bon. J'ai pas de sort. Ah, je vois que le pistolet, moi. Non, c'est pas ça. Ah, mais l'autre il m'a attaqué. Voilà, t'as fait comme moi là. Mais comment on esquive? Ah, je peux pas parer? Mais wesh! Mais... Mais laisse-moi me relever! Connard! Oh, je suis nulle! La furie est un état que vous permet de lancer une attaque spéciale qui inflige un bonus de dégâts et déséquilibre l'adversaire. Jauge prévue. Ouais, bon, bref. C'est quoi la touche de furie? Complétez vos affaires pour remplir la jauge. Ah! Il fallait le dire. X.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Oh, on a du choix. Oh, c'est magnifique. Se jouir du fait qu'ils se joignent au voyage, se plaindre d'être accompagné d'un garde du corps. Bon, on va se réjouir, hein.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Ah, je vais pouvoir dire enfin au revoir à ma petite maman.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Putain, notre mère, elle est vachement malade.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Ah, niveau de relation. Oh, on peut avoir des relations. Il est méfiant. Faction. Garde de denier. D'accord. Constitution niveau 9. Force niveau 3. Agilité niveau 6. Eh ben putain. Organisation de l'équipe. Compagnon dans l'équipe. Kurt a ajouté à l'équipe. C'est bon. Valider l'équipe est terminé. Oh, on peut fabriquer son équipe, mais c'est trop bien. Prévenir l'ambassade de l'Alliance du pont du départ. C'est quoi ça? Prévenir l'ambassade de Telem au départ.
Very well. You think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Je suis niveau 1. Attends, je m'éloigne. Pang 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 pang. Ah merde. Je veux mon épée. Ah merde. Oh, trop bien, on peut fouiller. J'ai trouvé des pièces. Des pièces et des munitions. Donc on peut trouver des combats comme ça de rue en KLM. Ok. Ah, faut que j'aille de l'autre côté. Là-bas. Oh attends, il y a un truc là. Oh, comme quoi c'est bien de fouiller. Putain, mais c'est incroyable. J'ai trouvé des gants. Et des bottes. Oh! Putain, ça augmente mon armure. Comment on retourne? Ah voilà. Mais c'est magnifique. J'ai quoi dans mon sac? Présent de mer. Potion de soins et munitions. D'accord. Codex. Ah oui, c'est les personnages là. D'accord. Sirène. Ça c'est les lieux. Ça c'est les quêtes. Quêtes annexes. Le marchand du denier. Ah, c'est pas la quête... D'accord. C'est où? Ah, c'est là. Bonjour, monsieur.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I've come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tir?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
merchant is there.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Putain, j'avais mon micro... J'avais mute mon micro, donc du coup on n'a pas pu m'entendre se péter. Demandez davantage d'explications, parler des autres marchands.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
D'accord.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Intuition. Lui proposer un pot de vin. Non. 50%. Le manassier de la prison. Charisme. Ouais, mais ça me demande un. J'ai pas un de... Intuition. On va utiliser le charisme.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, my lady, but you are not my master. Moreover, the attendant of the guard was quite specific, saying this affair should be handled with extreme discretion. So I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Bah on va le menacer, hein, vu que ça marche pas.
This is preposterous. Your master is a thief. And I have no patience for bandits and robbers. Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll take it.
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments. The only thing left is a show of strength. Sorry, Greenblood. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up in this.
Quel connard. J'ai qu'une envie, c'est de le tuer. C'est par là, non? Ouvrir. Oh
To
shit.
my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Beauties.
Stop! I beg of you.
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes. Don't hit me anymore.
Very well. I'm counting on you to deliver this merchandise as quickly as possible.
Yes, milady. I'll take care of it immediately.
Comme quoi, il n'y a que les points qui résout les affaires. Hein. Putain. Une pièce. Oh! Vieille hache. Ah, elle a plus de pénétration d'armure que ce que j'ai. Ah, il y a plus d'armure. Excusez-moi. Bon, on va pas prendre. Ah, attendez. Ah, bon, là j'ai deux trucs. Ah, ça me la marque pas. Oh, quel dommage. Qualité 22. Et là j'en ai 19. Ouais, en fait ça m'a servi à rien. Ça c'est jeté. Yes. Attends, du coup j'ai fini ma quête annexe. Ah non, faut que j'informe l'intendant, d'accord. Attends, il est pas là? Oh, attends, il est où? Trouver le charlatan.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Putain, il a eu le temps d'en tuer deux, moi un. C'est incroyable. Non, moi je veux pas de son petit pistolet là. Je suis très bien avec le mien. Chevalière d'argent. Oh. Ah, je commence à m'améliorer hein, sur les combats. Je me dis, je commence. Hein. Merde, je marchais sur des cadavres. Ouais, c'est pas grave.
Lady Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Eh ben. Quartier du port. Oh. Du cuir. Putain.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Ok. L'interroger sur les hérétiques, lui parler de l'absence de Constantin, demander de l'aide concernant les marchandises, interroger sur à propos du mousse. À propos du mousse. Quand l'avez-vous vu pour la dernière fois? A-t-il des connaissances à Sérène?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
D'accord. A-t-il des connaissances?
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
D'accord. Qui sont ses amis proches?
This Jonas. Does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Ok. L'interroger sur les hérétiques.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
On va lui parler franchement, hein.
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
D'accord. Lui parler de l'absence de Constantin. Ouais, parle du coq à l'âne, hein.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Bah, merci.
Be back soon, Captain.
Merde, j'ai oublié les
We need to
marchandises.
have a word
Oups.
with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Et ma mission secondaire là-haut. Les marchandises du denier. Ouais, et elles sont où? Attends, je suis où moi? Ah, bah... On va s'arrêter là. Hein. Ah, j'ai découvert une plante. Ok. Ah non, j'en ai découvert plus. Ok. Je vais m'arrêter là.